Hey, Tony here, Random Adventures 2.0. Where are we at and what are we doing? Well, where we're at, we're in a parking lot. But what are we doing? We are gonna do a little bit of a car camp right down there. And what's right down there? A Wawa. And why is this Wawa special? Because nobody's been in it yet. And tomorrow morning is the grand opening. So this is not too far from me. I've watched them build it all winter long and throughout the summer, and tomorrow is their grand opening. So right over here is Walmart. And where I'm at, I'm standing in a parking lot right here is, it's a little, different stores and stuff. It's a whole little plaza. I actually cooked a steak right over there and near that dumpster under that light before this Wawa was even here. Now right down on the other side of the Wawa is a Aldi's, and then right over there is Tractor Supply. But you see two cars there, and that's the night shift. So they've not ever been open before. Like I said, tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock is their grand opening. I waited and a shift left at 10 o'clock, and then those two cars came right before those two left, and then those are the night crew. So my idea is to go on down here behind, well, not on the back side, maybe on the side, but I'm gonna find a place to park the car, sleep overnight, and then get in there in the morning. But what I may do is I may try to do a little walk around the building, just kind of give you an idea. But this is a big deal, having a Wawa coming to town. Yeah, man, I've done Wawas in my travels. I love Wawa. Yeah, dude. All right, well, if you're ready, here we go. Buckle up. We're gonna go over there now. And see, you may say, it's not really a big deal. Well, I think it is, because this is a once in a lifetime opportunity to actually camp somewhere that's not even open yet, and then is going to be a grand opening in the morning. So if you want to hang around, hang around. I don't know what tonight's going to be like. We're just going to play it by ear or sight, or I don't know. We're just going to do it. All right. Well, and if you don't want to watch, go ahead and check out one of my other videos that may be a hammock camp or a stealth camp. So there's going to be a kind of a stealthish overnight camp where I'm just sleeping in the back of the car, because I'm not going to cook dinner or anything like that because it's after 10 o'clock. I actually made a pot roast. I wasn't planning on coming out and camping tonight, but then Miss 2.0 goes, hey, you know, the first 100 people get free coffee and a t-shirt. And I thought, she wants a t-shirt. So I thought, oh, well, might as well go there and camp tonight, right? All right, well, let's get over there and see what it looks like. So I'm thinking when we get down there, we figure out a spot to kind of hang out. I don't know if the employees are going to be coming outside, but they also just put a Taco Bell in right over here. You can see cars going through that. Taco Bell, that opened up about a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago. And let this car go. S-car go. This car go. Oh, we ain't got no snails, but he's moving like a snail. Yeah. All right. So right across the street from the highway here, from where Wawa is on the corner, you've got Walmart. So that was 50 days after my stroke. I did my first hammock camp overnight after the stroke over there. And that was a big accomplishment for me because I realized I could do it still. All right, so here we are in Wawa's parking lot. Let's just cruise around the back here. And then, so it looks like they've got a back entrance as well. And I'm gonna back up right across from that entrance. So they do have security cameras running around. But I'm gonna back up in here and then get out. Let's walk around the building Like I said, there's 2 employees in there. I only saw 2 cars come, which are the 2 cars that's here. So that's why I figured there was only 2 people working on the night shift, because they're not even open yet. I'm sure they're getting things ready for the grand opening in the morning. But yeah, let me go ahead and turn the car off and just kind of sit here for a minute, and then I'll think about getting out. Oh boy. It shouldn't be a problem, I don't think. Because I could always say I wanted to make sure I get a t-shirt and a free cup of coffee. That's why I came at 10 o'clock at night. So I'd be here guaranteed in the morning. I just got to wake up before they open up, right? Or there'll be a big line. All right. Well, if I see anybody, that's what I'm going to tell them. All right. I'll bring it back when I'm ready to get out of the car. So it's been about 15 minutes. I've been sitting here and I haven't seen any movement on the inside. Oh, wait, now there's someone walking outside. Hold on. They just unlocked the door. No, they locked the door and they're going back in. They wanted to make sure that it was locked. I think they might have seen my car out here. So I am just going to walk around. Yeah, I think they're doing last minute touch-ups and stocking in there. I guess it's a free country. I can walk around, right? So, yeah, that's the one car right there. And we're in the back of the building, but now this is the side right there is going to be the trash. Now, I did look around throughout the year when they were building it, but the whole place was fenced off. They actually put laid sod down and watered it for the last 2 months. This is a look at the side of the building here. Side of Wawa. And that's the gas pumps. Now they've got caution tape up around the gas pumps. And I'm not quite sure why they do. But there is music playing over there. So I am going to try not to get any of that on the camera. But like I said, this is not typical of a camp for me. This is a little different. Let's walk out towards the main road and get a look back. But that's the other employee's car. Like I said, I only saw 2 people come in those 2 cars, and then that was it. Then the other 2 employees left in the same car. But so they don't even have the prices up yet on the gas pumps up there. This is a busy intersection right here. I know that from sleeping at Walmart. Yeah, but that's a look back at the store. It's going to be a lot of activity in the morning with it being the grand opening. I just hope I get a t-shirt for Miss 2.0. I'm going to drink the coffee. She works tomorrow, so she said she's going to stop here in the afternoon on her way to work. Check out Wawa and get a coffee on her way to work. But I don't know if she's ever been in one before, but there's the Wawa enter sign. So we're going to go ahead and enter in this way. Like I said, they got tape up around the gas pumps. So not sure if they're going to have gas on their grand opening, but it's going to be nice to be able to come over here. Let's walk out across the front of the store. You can see the security cameras up there in the corner. But, hey, we're not doing anything illegal. I don't think. Anyhow, but this is the front of the store. And they've got it all stocked up. Yeah, that's... They're like fish in a fishbowl. We're just looking in. They're probably thinking, what's that guy doing out there? Well, I'm just standing here waiting to get in for your grand opening. I don't see any t-shirts in there. Yeah. So Wawa grand opening. Friday, you can see it right on the sign here. So it is September 12th, 2025, 8 a.m. And it's a look at the store that's still closed. Some big old Hero hoagie boxes right there on the front. Registers are closed till tomorrow morning. But they do have good coffee. And they also have some pretty good breakfasts too. And I heard their subs. I've never had one from here, but I have had their hamburger. Hamburgers are really, really good. But yeah, quick look in the windows. Everything looks all straight and clean, but they got a lot of stuff on that register. So these two that are in here right now have got a lot of work to do before the morning. We'll have to come check on them every once in a while, see how they're doing. All right, yeah. Hey. Yeah, so pretty cool. I don't know how cool it is to watch Tony walk around the Wawa that isn't open yet. But hey, it's a random adventure, right? And hopefully that's what you come to the channel for, is the randomness of our adventures, because we do a lot of different stuff. So we do stealth camping, which is a big hit on the channel. We do hammock camping, hammock stealth camping, hammock camping, regular camping, just camping out in the woods or camping out in the car. So there's plenty of playlists there for you. So this might not be your cup of tea, but sitting there with Miss 2.0, she's like, I said, I don't know if people would like to see a video like this. And she said, well, I would. So if for anybody, it's for Miss 2.0. Love you, honey. So this one's for you and anybody else that likes to watch this kind of stuff. All right. Usually we'll cook and things like that. But like I said, I made a big pot roast earlier tonight before I came out. So we did our premiere video of this one right here. So that was a fun camp. That really was. But I have a couple things that I'm going to be doing over the next couple weeks. And we will see. Maybe I'll tell you about a couple of them. Like, we're going to be heading up to the Adirondacks very soon. Which I'm trying to think, is it maybe right after this video? I'll be up in the Adirondacks with Stitch and also Alpine Warrior. And so we'll be up there doing a camp together, and then we come back down. They're going to follow me back to Pennsylvania, and we're going to go to the Fall Maha down here in Pennsylvania, which is the Mid-Atlantic Hammock Hangar. So that's probably the second video you will see after this one. First, I got to get up to the Adirondacks and film that, and that will be the next video that you see from me. So that will be... Well, I'm probably filming that one as you're watching this one. Yeah, and then heading back down to Maha. All right. Well, like I said, I was thinking of doing a camp tomorrow night, but it just didn't fit out in the schedule. And like I said, I was sitting there with Miss 2.0, and we were watching the program that we just put out for Thursday night. So camping videos every Thursday night, and I've been doing that for almost 4 years now. So we're at 4.5 years. We just hit 40,574 subscribers. So welcome, and I appreciate all of y'all coming along on these random adventures. I really do. All right, well, I'm just jibber-jabbering. So this may be a pretty short video. We'll see. Yeah, or just me yapping, but I don't want to yap too much. But I am not going to stay in this spot. We're going to move. I think I might move over to that corner over there, because there is a security camera right up there on the corner of the building. There isn't one on the left here, but those can see everywhere anyhow. But we're not doing anything illegal, just sitting here. Right? Oh, looks like they're getting a delivery, or they're picking up those delivery bins. The guy just came out on the phone talking and looked around the corner and then drug those big green tubs out. So they must be picking up stuff after stocking. Yeah. All right. Well, little activity. Oh, here comes another guy. Not even looking over this way. So there, oh yeah, now he is. So far, so good. Yep. He's closing the door. Yeah, he's either picking up a delivery or taking it. I'm not sure. But we're going to move in a little while. I just been sitting here hanging out. So there must be a truck around the corner there. Yeah, they must have backed in from the other side. He just put the off ramp down, and yeah, they're making it a little delivery here. So, like I said, little activity. Keep it the night exciting. So, it's been about 45 minutes to an hour since I last talked to you. So, yeah, they're going to be bringing some stock and inventory in. Yeah, let me see if I can catch them when they bring whatever they bring down. Yeah, it's a delivery truck bringing a delivery. If anybody asks, maybe I'm an employee just sitting over here taking a break. Yeah. All right. Well, they're making a little delivery, so I am not going to bore you with it. Now, if it was a Brinks truck, right? No, just kidding. Well, I will talk to you after a little while. There it goes in the store. This feels so wrong. Yeah, it does. And another delivery truck just went by. That one's down. That one was down at Aldi's. So they must get deliveries later at night, throughout the night when it's not as busy. Yeah, well, I'm going to go. I'll bring you back later. Yeah, I've been sitting here watching them bring stuff in the door for about the last hour. And I can see them inside. They're checking in the order and stuff. And you can see more stuff just going in. I've seen sodas. I've seen boxes and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, so they're getting quite the delivery. So they'll be working all night long, getting it put away, checked in, that kind of stuff. All right, I'm getting kind of bored just watching them work. I got the car running a little bit. It's 58 degrees. You can see it's 12:04. That tractor trailer just left. So it was here for almost an hour and a half. I think it was over an hour and a half. So in that time, there's been one car that left that was on the corner, and another one came, and there's another one over on that far corner. Let me get out and walk around just for a minute, and then I'll show you our setup in the car. Yeah, and I pulled the car over here as well. So yeah, you can see the fresh grass. They just mowed it the other day. Yeah, that one came, and then the one up on the front corner came. But I wanted to show you this earlier so you can see the sign for the grand opening and free any size coffee. So that's what we got to look forward to this morning. In a little while, because it's after midnight. So tomorrow will be the next morning. But you can see the car right there. That's where I'm planning on sleeping. I figured I'd back into that corner near the entrance. But right over here is Tractor Supply. And then right next to Wawa is going to be where Aldi's is. Now this used to be a lot lower. So there's a big wall right over here on the corner. And that must be the side where they get all their deliveries, because that big tractor trailer, and it was a tractor trailer, I saw it leave. It backed right in alongside the building. But you can see this is a drop off. They put this big wall in. That was the first thing that they did before they started building this, the Wawa store. Yeah, so no idling. We got the full moon. Well, it was a full moon 2 days ago. It's less of a full moon now. But you can see the car sitting right over there in that corner. Let me show you the setup here. I just blew up my pillow while I was waiting, because it's been a while since I slept in the car. But I did turn the fairy lights on. I'll show you the back here. So this is where we're going to crawl into sleep. Right back here. So you can see I got the fairy lights. So because it's getting pretty chilly tonight, I do have my top quilt laid out here. We got the refrigerator, though we're not having anything out of that, but our power bank is what's running that. We could sit back here tomorrow morning, may have our coffee on the table, but I am gonna crawl in here and I will say goodnight to you and lights out, because we got to be up to make sure we get a t-shirt from S2.0. Oh, in the back. And I got my keys all ready to close the hatch. All right. Let me get situated. This is a pretty comfortable spot back here. I've slept in this thing a lot. So all we do is, I can't remember what button I hit. Not that it's been that long, but I think it's this one. Yep. So our hatch is closing. There we go. And give it a lock. That was unlock. That's a lock. So we just put our keys, hang them on our paracord that runs across here so that we know where they're at in the morning. And the reason I hang them up there is because at one time I was in New Mexico. There was gas pumps directly behind me, and it was raining, and I used to sit here and then climb into bed. It was really hard to do, but that night I must have rolled on my key and I heard bleep, 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 and the hatch opened up, and I lifted my head, tried to get the key out of my pocket, and I looked. There were people pumping gas. It was about 3 o'clock in the morning. They were pumping gas, and they looked over at me like, what is that? And then I went, close, close, bleep, bleep, and it closed. And then I decided from now on I'll hang it up there, because I could roll over and it opened up and I never even know it. And yeah, that was embarrassing. But that taught me I could enter and exit the car. So that next morning I went bleep, bleep, and slid out the back. All right, well, we are going to go ahead and go to sleep. And I want to say I will see you in the morning. Lights out. Good night. All righty, see ya. Oh, this is pretty comfy. Oh, I got to turn my green lights out too. Waste management. It's about 4 o'clock in the morning. Oh, 3:30. They always wake you up. Get out of here. Oh, they got the side door open right there. First day on the job. All right, I'm going back to bed. They have their own delivery trucks. Oh, that's a tight squeeze. I heard a truck coming. Oh, there's one over there too, a Mountain Dew truck. Man, for opening up soon, they're getting a lot of deliveries. It is 5:37. I'm going back to bed. Oh, where's my hat? Good morning. Oh, I can get my keys down. All right, it's 7 o'clock or 5 of 7. And man, is there a lot of cars. Time to get out. Well, believe it or not, cars have been rolling in here fast. I don't think there's 100 yet. Oh, it just hit my head. All right. Oh, yeah, look at this line. It's already around the building. Sun's coming up and they're already to the back corner. So let me get this closed up and go stand in line. Because somebody said there's free coffee. So Why not get free coffee? Did somebody say coffee? Yeah, they did. So we got the whole line coming up through here. They got clickers and clackers, and we got the big old Wawa bird here. But the line's going all the way back through the back, and I'm just standing in line. Got somebody saving my spot because I'm way back here. Oh, I was here so early and then. Well, they just did the countdown and they are opening the door and the line's gonna get moving. Here we go. So we're gonna get the shirt. So, is there any small?
Just medium.
Just medium, I'll take one. There you go, thank you. Hey! So we got the free coffees going right here. We're gonna grab a cup. I got Miss 2.0 a shirt. They didn't have small, but I had to get her a medium. Hopefully she'll like it. All right, we're here with Wally for the grand opening. All righty, so we're gonna grab her coffee and get on out of here. All right, see ya. Alrighty, they're still coming in. So, Wawa excitement, grand opening. A lot of people showed up. So, they're parked in front under the gas pump, so they're not doing any gas today. We're gonna maybe come back or get out of here very soon. I'm gonna walk back to the car and give someone else a parking spot to come here because we've done what we came to do. We stayed all night and made the grand opening, and I got Miss 2.0 a t-shirt. All right, let me get out of here with my coffee. Oh, thank you. So I walked outside from the store. They're getting ready to do their ribbon cutting, but they're also going over the history of Wawa. And I believe 1862 is the very first sign. No, 1803 is the very first sign. So that's when Wawa was established. So they got all that. They're going to do the parade of signs. And then right back here, there is a hoagie competition where firefighters and police officers are going to compete to see who can build the hoagie. So I think we're gonna go ahead and get out of here, give someone else a parking spot because our mission is complete. All right, well, I'll talk to you once I get back to the car. Ooh, the Union Fire Company from Cole Township is here. So they must be competing in the hoagie-building contest. You know what I realized? I never took a sip of this coffee until I got out here. It was too hot. All right, first sip. Good morning. Cheers. Salute. Now that's a good cup of coffee. Yeah, it is. That is a very good cup of coffee. All right, so what are we doing? We're finishing up here. So this is the Wawa shirt from Mrs. 2.0. That is huge for her. So it is medium. So if she doesn't want it and she says it's too big, it will be for me. Maybe we'll share it. All right. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks for coming along. And now, like I said, this wasn't one of my regular videos. So if you want to see a playlist of some of the stuff that I do, how about our, why don't you take a look at our hammock camping and then our stealth camping playlist. All right, well, until next time, You have a great week, even a better weekend, and we'll see you on the next Random Adventure. All right, Tony and Random Randy, the 2.0 Adventure Squirrel, out. See ya.